Hey everybody, welcome back to Settlement Survival. Now, in the last episode, we were switching over all of our pastures and all of our farms. We were getting them replaced with corrals and plantations. Now, between episodes, I continued that on, and pretty much all of them are all set with the exception of this one big pasture. That one's being a little bit problematic, and then we got a new administrator between episodes, which gave us cattle. Now, cattle itself, taking a quick look at it, doesn't seem to be as good as the buffalo yield 48 meat versus the cattle only 42. And I know there's a different type of cattle that we're going to get in the future as well. Now we've got some tech points to spend, and down here in logistics, I want to pick up the warehouse so that we can start switching over to having warehouses instead of some of these basic storages, as the warehouse will hold a little bit more. So eventually what I'd like to do is get some warehouses kind of temped in, probably back here, and we'll probably go with about 6 of them across the way here. And then as that builds, I'll start emptying out some of these storage yards that are full and kind of switching them over as well. That will be a slow transition. And we've got a lot of people who want houses, and I want to keep that momentum going. So let's get 4 houses over here. Now with that, I was thinking about our soap situation, and we're finally caught up with soap. But if we take a look at the production, we can easily make the medical soap. And with that, we should find a spot kind of tucked away somewhere where we can get our production of medical soap up and going to try to make our people a little bit healthier. See if we can get that 10% bonus to stamina. So let's grab in the processing. Let's go ahead and grab the soap factory. And we're just going to put probably 2 of them. One to make soap and one to make medical soap. And then we want the lighting factory in order to start making the things we need for the mine. As we picked up the glass and the bricks in the last episode, we should be ready, and it looks like we have an administrator that's ready to switch as well. So let's check that out, and then I'm going to let those things build. Alma is ready to renew, and she gives a bonus to pastures. I'm not sure if we keep that when we renew her. And we get Benson, duration of tools, clothes, and backblast plus 20, or we get a random technology. I think this is just a tech point. This could be pretty good. This could also be really good. I'm gonna say we take the duration of the tools, clothes, and backpacks, since that we are holding on both of them, but we've been struggling, and tech points right now seem to be in good shape. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take Benson, and then we'll kind of do some expanding of our research institution, as we've got 11 unemployed people. That's amazing. That's the most I've seen pretty much the entire playthrough so far. Let's get another research institution here. We'll go with a total of 4 in this block. So we'll get something like that kind of building up. All right, so with that, we've got all of our production is done. So let's get our soap factories onto medical, and we'll get one onto the regular soap. This should be amazing for helping out our health situation. For our lighting factory over here, I think we have to get lamp oil, and I really like what they did here, where you just have to select it and they'll automatically go get it. I do want some storage over here, and I'm thinking that we do a storage, kind of a 4x4 of the small warehouses right here. And then we need to keep expanding out our houses, as we have 24 people who want houses, and the ability for us to get any further with this marketplace is very limited. So let's get another marketplace. I pre-built the roads a little bit so that it would be a little bit easier for me to figure out where to place things, and I'm thinking that we place some houses to kind of go with it, and it requires for that market to be built. So we're going to give that a second to build, but I do want to take a look at something in the technology, and that is processing. I want to go ahead and pick up weaving, because that upgrades our tailor, and it gets us the ability to turn into flax into linen. And with that, we should be able to get the bathhouse, as that requires some linen. So let's go ahead and activate that, and then we're going to start placing them around the town. But to get started with that, I do want to get an advanced tailor. So let's get our tailor upgraded. We'll just go ahead and upgrade him, and we have everything but the iron, so that should come in time. And then we want to get the weaving factory, and I'm not sure where it put it. The winery we had from the last episode, maybe under textile, and we want the textile mill. There we go. Let's get the regular one. I don't think that we need the advanced one, or the water one, and we'll go ahead and throw it up here by the mountain range, and we'll go something like right there. That will start getting our linen in production. That way we can start building out our bathhouses and try to make our people a little bit healthier. Let's go ahead and plan our first bathhouse. Let's do it right here, kind of working towards our new city. And then down here, I'm thinking that we go maybe towards the water here with one right there and possibly one right here in the future. I'm going to give that a little bit of time because that's going to take a little bit of time to get all the cut stone, all of the linen, and we did build a stone cutter. Now I got to remember where I have it because I've got it paused somewhere, but that will get us all of the things that we need to get that produced, and it will be just a second while those get built. All right, so our bathhouses are just about to get produced, and we're still looking pretty good on our people. So I was thinking that it's time that we start looking at the upgraded mines since we now have the oil to do it. Now, the mine itself needs steel, and we can pick up smelting in order to get there, but we can also pick up the next technology, which will allow us to upgrade it once we get the steel. And to get there, we just need the smelter. Now, for the smelter itself, looks like we can also get the advanced smithy at some point in time. But for the smelter, just take some clay, some stone, and some iron. And I want to go ahead and place this guy kind of over here in our industrial district. I guess this is going to be an industrial district. And maybe we throw that kind of right there. And taking a look, this one is pretty close to being empty. Let's go ahead and delete this out so we can replace this with, I don't know, we might replace this one with some houses or something. These guys are still looking fairly full, and I don't quite want to get rid of them quite yet. I guess what we could do is throw some more storage over here and try to push some of this over, or maybe we put some storage kind of in this area and try to push all that storage down this way. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll start throwing storage down here, start pushing this way. And I'm not sure that we can upgrade these. Yeah, I don't see any upgrades. So I don't know if that's something that's available later on as we pick up things. I know it gives us kind of upgrade options. So I'm not sure if that's the same with those or not. But I do want to keep pushing all that storage into warehouses instead of these open until we get to the upgrade that allows them to get to the durable like this one. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one right here since it's empty. And it looks like food's still in really good shape. So I'm not sure why some of these are emptying out, but that's I'm okay with that. It gives us some ability to make some changes. All right, now back up here. We just had somebody die by being struck by a meteorite. The game is absolutely crazy with the RNG that it gets. Let's get a few more houses in this area right here. And we're going to need to start placing some of our amenities up here for our people. So let's get, well, we already have the bathhouse. Let's get a clinic in here and we'll get a builder. We'll go ahead and throw the builder right there. We'll throw the police department right next to it. And then we need the church kind of in the same area. We'll throw it up this way. So we'll let that kind of get going. And I want to start building across the river. In particular, I think this area down here. So let's get a bridge going down this way. And we're just going to not place it in the wrong spot. Let's go ahead and place it this way. And let's see what the ship brought. So coal could be good. Easter eggs. It looks like they're still bringing in some of the holiday items. It hasn't updated yet. Silver ore, but no coins yet. And cherry. I was thinking that might have been cherry seeds for a minute, but it's not. Ink blubber. I don't think there's anything in there that we really need as we're okay on pretty much everything. Fuel for the first time in a long time is really, really good. And it's through the wood that we're getting there. Let's go ahead and dismiss that. And then we'll just kind of let them build the bridge and get this area up here settled. And maybe what I need to do at this point in time, look at this. Our health just went through the roof. So with that, we get a 25% bonus. Oh, wait, it's a stamina consumption minus 10% per 25% health after 100%. So I think that we're minus, it's probably a minus 20 right now would be my guess. So that's really good. That will keep our people working even longer. All right, let's let this stuff build, and then we'll take a look at what we can do from here. All right, so we're finally at a spot where our smelter is up and going and we're producing our steel. And I think it's time that we get our mine upgraded to a senior mine so that we don't have to worry about this one running out, as it's nearly 31%. Thankfully, wood hasn't been an issue for fuel. It's just worrying about running out of iron now as well. We only have 6 ore, and we probably need another person in the mine, and hopefully with the senior mine, hopefully it will be a little bit better. Now this area up here is coming along, and I don't think that we need any more houses for the moment, as we are only 9 away from our cap there, and we've got a little bit more technology to spend here. We could get the building kits through construction. I don't think that that's actually a necessary thing quite yet. We could get the theater, as we have brick, the cut stone, and the glass. That would help with our actual happiness quite a bit more. Let's see if we could push it over the limit there to get a big bonus. I'm thinking we do that. Let's go ahead and pick up the theater as the next thing. Now, what does the tea house do? It doesn't look like we have anything for it, coffee beans, cocoa beans, or tea. So we don't need to worry about that. And under agriculture, I think we're pretty good, because I don't really care for doing the whole fishing thing. And then processing, I want to start working towards the barbecue, but for the barbecue, I think we need, salt. So let's go ahead and pick up salt production. That way we can start salting and curing the meat. And we'll go ahead and pick up the processing. I don't think we're going to start processing this episode. We'll probably start processing next episode. Now for salt production, let's go ahead and get down is it a mine or is it on the river? All right, so Salt Works is on the river. So we're going to look for a spot probably close to this town down here, and we'll just get it like plopped in right there. So we'll get that building. That will get us at least the salt. And then under processing, we have the butcher, which we don't really need. Where do we do the curing? Let me take a quick look. So it unlocked the curing workshop, and that should have been under the processing. Let's do food, and there we go. The curing workshop cures fish meat with salt into salted meat. Let's get this up here with our industrial district, and it looks like it's the same size as the building right beneath it. So let's get that right there. And the last thing that we're going to want is let's start planning our theaters. Let's get one right there, and we'll go ahead and place one right here. And then I'm going to want one down here somewhere. And maybe what I do is get rid of this storage in between episodes. And you know what? Let's not do that for the moment. Let's throw one right here, and that should take care of this area. We've got a merchant ship, and we've got a lot of stuff in here to kind of sell. So hopefully they brought something really good. Hand carts could be good. Shoes could be good, and ointment, silver ore, fruit cans. Ooh, there's a lot of good things in here. Let's pick up some sausage because it actually increases our health, and let's get rid of all of this fat because we have an exorbitant amount in our storage right now. And I'm not sure really what to do with fat, seeing that there's so much. So if we were to buy 600 of these, it's not quite what we need. Maybe we go for 700 sausage, and almost there. Let's try 800. Brings us to the 48. Let's go ahead and do the transaction and take a look and see if there's anything else that we really think we need. And I really don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss them. That should get a little bit of our fat out of our system. Allow us to get a little bit better. I did start loading up lamp oil and soap into the facility, and we'll use them as trade as well. We're getting close to the mint itself. And as we get closer to the mint, I want to kind of prep for that. So we need silver and mint in order to get there. And it looks like we need some building kits in order to really make it happen. So there's a little bit left to kind of work with here, but silver will at least get us to the mint. That should get us our trade. And I think the other option is the trading post, the small trading post. And For the small trading post, I think this unlocks the new factions. So we'll go ahead and get that there. We're going to go ahead and let these things build up. I think this is a good spot to call this episode as my voice has been absolutely struggling. I'd like to thank you guys for joining, and we will see you in the next episode of Settlement Survival.